At the Biggie for all 17 days, and we went there to try and reconnect people with horses because these horses are in a crisis. And by Blue Star being there, we wanted to be able to reach out to a large amount of people over a short amount of time and really raise awareness not only for our organization but for about all of the horses that are in this area that are in need and how important it is for them to have jobs. In the beginning of I guess at the end of my spring semester, I was really torn and nervous and stressed out because I didn't really know what I was going to be doing for the summer. There was also this internship opportunity. I ended up at Blue Star, and it was the best thing that has ever happened to me. I've grown so much as a person. I've learned so much about myself and about these horses and about training and just about the different crises that horses are facing. I can't even sum up how happy I am that I made the decision to be here for the summer. Another really beautiful thing that I've seen since being here is the deep connection that the horses have with each other. There's two different groups of sisters actually that are here, Katie and Izora and Duchess and China, and they're always hanging out together. And if you separate them, the other one will get kind of upset.
Blue Star Equiculture was founded in 2009. I was a carriage driver in Philadelphia for a few years, and one of the horses in our stable got sick. And in exploring, looking for a home for this horse, we began to see, my friends and I, who also founded this organization, that we saw that there was a real misunderstanding about the role of the workhorse. You know, there just wasn't, what if a horse is healthy and he just needs to be cared for? We wanted to create something where a horse who had worked all his life could come and retire for the rest of his life, or a horse that was young that needed to be trained could come to and find a proper job. We also saw that there really wasn't anything available for workhorses. We work as advocates to help the community understand the workhorses and why they actually need jobs and why they need to be included in our thinking around sustainability. We also learned that there's a terrible homeless horse crisis out in the community. Every 5 minutes, an American horse is slaughtered. We realized that horses that are without a job or without some productive partnership with humans are at terrible risk for becoming homeless because of the economic troubles we're in. So because of this horse bud that we wanted to help, we were able to discover this whole need that exists in our culture, in our country, for being there for our workhorses. So we decided to create Blue Star Equiculture. So I thought if we grow food, teach history, design something beautiful, we can create something that the community could support and understand, and that's how it came about. The state has set the legal limit, and that's at 32 horses. That's about the size barn. They go by what shelter you have for them. So that's about as many horses as we could possibly have. We have 32 limit. We've adopted out over 100 already into forever loving homes. I think it's more like 120 at this point. We've helped about 12 cross over humanely and lovingly. We have a lot of old horses that are here in sanctuary. They're retired. So we stay with them to the very end, or care for them to the very end.
The horses just make you so happy. They're so wonderful to be around. Everybody that comes to the farm experiences it. People that have never been around horses that come here for the first time, they leave happy, and they didn't even know how awesome and wonderful horses were. Every feeding time, Gracie will play with her bucket. She throws it around, and she broke the piece off of it actually because she played with it so much, but she holds onto the bars and tosses her head up and down and swings her bucket around. And Remix and Alfie really love to play halter tag with each other, and Mystery joins in sometimes. If you put the halters on, they try and bite it off of their friends, or even if you go out there with a bunch of halters in your hand, they always try and take it out of your hands and just play with them. They're just really funny, and all of the young ones, they really just want to play with you and with each other.
It's very hard to get people to care about horses. They've come to see them as disposable luxury items. You know, they're not regarded as the sentient beings that they are, these really special creatures that have been alongside us for 6,000 years. And it's almost like we've gotten so ungrateful about the kind of gift they really are to us. I mean, without them, we couldn't have come as far as we have in history. We couldn't have fought the wars we fought. We couldn't have built the empires and civilizations that we built. We really couldn't have done any of that without their help.
Blue Star is run entirely on donations and entirely by volunteers. Nobody that works on the farm, even the people here that put in 80 plus hours a week, none of them are paid. And part of the way that Blue Star makes their money is by going out into the public with the horses and raising awareness for them and their organization.
We are Americans. Like, we built our country with our horses. We love our horses, and yet they're at terrible, terrible risk every minute of the day. Every 5 minutes there's one American horse slaughtered in really horrific ways, and it's just wrong. So how to get people to understand that they're part of all of our lives, they're part of our history, they're part of who we are. Every one of us, especially European descent people, are all horse people. Even if you never touched a horse, you have it in your blood.